Hi, and welcome to Triadic Entertainment presents Dungeon Delvers. I'm Ted and/or Tim.
And I'm Tim and/or Ted.
And today is episode 0 of our Dungeons and Dragons quest, where we are designing characters to run through a campaign called
Lost Mine of Falander. Or Fandelver.
Fandelver. It was a campaign that was given inside the starter pack.
Starter set, yep.
Yeah. And we have a DM coming over to host it and to run it, and we are going to be playing the characters. And today is all about building those characters.
Yeah, we'll come up with a random way to do it. We're going to roll every possible thing we can,
Including class, race, the whole works, equipment, everything. We are literally going to roll randomly for everything.
Yeah, and hopefully this will give us either something amazing or really bad. We did a test. It didn't work out well, but so we're sticking with it.
Yeah,
and,
we loved it. It was brilliant.
We had a half-orc named Keith.
Half-orc named Keith.
Who had a
minus stats on almost everything.
Yeah. It was good.
Yep, it was brilliant.
We did a little test run with him, see how long it lasted against the fight. He didn't. Just didn't.
He just didn't. Yep, he died before he even got a hit off.
So hopefully these guys are going to be just as good. If not worse.
I'm hoping a little bit better, but it'll most likely be worse.
All right.
Okay, so the first thing we have to roll for is a race, and we are rolling for that now, I suppose.
Okay, yep.
We need a D10 to roll that, and we're going to re-roll it on a 10 because there are only 9 races in the player's handbook.
Do you want to break down what possible races we could have?
We're using just the standard player's handbook, so we've got dwarf, elf, halfling, human, dragonborn, gnome, half-elf, half-orc, and tiefling. And there are sub-races in there. We will roll for them separately once we've determined the main race.
Yeah, that seems fair. Okay, so I'm going to go first. Obviously, we've not named our guy. We're going to be rolling names later. We're going to do race and class and stats first, and
then roll on the name table that's at the back of Xanathar's guide.
Okay, so here I go with my race stats, was it?
Race stats, yeah, that's what we're going for. Roll a D10.
8.
Rolling an 8. That is You're a hawk.
I'm a hawk. For anyone not paying attention, that's a half-orc.
Yep, you're a half-orc. Okay, so now it's my turn to roll, and we'll see what we get. I got a 4, which makes me I'm a human.
Oh, nice.
Just a very standard human. So I don't think there are sub-races to half-orc.
No, you've got the... I'm not sure. No, I don't think there is.
No, there's no sub-race to the half-orc. It's just a one-off race.
Yeah. With the human, obviously you've only got human variant, I believe, as well.
I can roll on that.
Yeah,
human
highs
variant.
or lows.
Highs or lows.
For variant.
Hold on.
That's a high.
That's a high. So I'm a variant human rather than a standard human.
Nice.
I'm going to write a little V on my character sheet so I can remember.
Yeah.
Rightio. So the next one we roll for is class. So what are you going to be, old man?
I don't know. What is it? D12 we're doing this?
It is a D12.
So what are the possible classes?
Possible classes are Barbarian, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Monk, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock or Wizard. And there are subclasses again in amongst those ones that you get at level 3 or level 2 depending on the class. We're going to roll for them today, but we're starting our characters at level 1, so we will...
Yeah, so
we'll just be sticking with the level 1 character, but we've got it prepared, ready for the future.
Okay, so here I go with my D12 for my class. I'm number 5.
You are a fighter.
A half-orc fighter. That's almost working.
That almost works. So I'm going to go for a roll now.
Although Keith started off looking quite promising, and
I rolled a 12. So I am a human wizard.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a good mix-up of fighter and a wizard. I just hope you don't get all the strength and I get all the wisdom.
Yeah, well, that's we're gonna.
It's a possibility.
It's a big possibility. So let me just scroll over to fighter. Fighter's just here. You have got 1, 2, 3 classes in fighter. So roll a D4 and roll again. Re-roll the 4.
2.
2. You are going to be a battle master.
Even better. I love battle masters.
Yeah, the battle master is one of the most useful of the fighter classes.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of the things. Right, so I have got to roll against the wizard thing. Now, this is where it gets a bit complicated because
you've got loads of different schools.
8 schools of wizardry, and I'm going to be number 6 illusion.
Ooh.
I am an illusion wizard, or will be when I reach level 2.
3.
No, it's 2 for a wizard.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, like Druid, they get their magic a stage earlier.
Oh, cool.
Their specialism. Okay, so, yep, that's that one. The next one we have to roll for is background. This is obviously the we're playing 5th ed, and this is the backgrounds that give flavour to your character. That give a bit of a brief history. Give you a flaw, a bond, a personal trait, and an ideal. We'll roll for those once we've discovered the background. Now, the background, you have to roll 2d4 and 1d6, and you're going to re-roll on a 14.
Okay, so that gives me a total of 9.
9. So you are an Outlander.
Outlander. All right.
Yes. So as an Outlander, you need to roll a d10 to determine your origin.
Okay. My origin is 10.
10. You are a tribal marauder.
Sounds very half-orcish.
Very half-orcish.
Yeah, this is working out well.
I say you've lucked out to quite a successful half-orc character so far. Your next one is your personality trait. Have you caught up?
Just write that down. Marauder.
Okay, that's
I've
cool.
Spelt it with a G. Guess where I've put it?
Beginning of tribal. That's what I think.
No, it's Maragda.
Maragda? I like that word. It's good.
What am I rolling for this?
You're rolling a d8 for your personality trait now.
A D8? 5.
5. You've got, I place no stock in wealthy or well-mannered folk. Money and manners won't save you from a hungry owlbear.
Okay.
So you think, you don't like dandies. You don't like fancy folk.
What's the next one?
Okay, the next one is a d6 for your ideal.
1.
You got a 1. You got change. Life is like the seasons in constant change, and we must change with it. Okay?
Okay.
That also gives you the alignment chaotic.
Next.
Yep. Bond. Roll a d6.
That's a hot 6.
A hot 6. It is my duty to provide children to sustain my tribe.
Duty to reproduce.
It is indeed. Sexy times for you. And then the final one will be the flaw. This is usually the funny one. Hopefully you get a good one. Roll a d6.
Number 2.
Number 2. There is no room. There is no room for caution in a life lived to its fullest.
Reckless.
Yeah, it's sort of a reckless.
Yeah.
Just sort of like there's no room for caution. So
I'm a reckless half-orc fighter who doesn't like ninnies.
yeah.
So
that
far,
sounds.
this is good.
This is going well for you. Yeah. Right. Okay. So
let's see what you can do.
okay, I'm just going to pass the
book's over to me.
the
No
books
problem.
over to you so that you can
Okay.
track it down. So what
So-
am I looking for? I'm looking for 2d4 and a d6. 11.
Okay. So 1.
So I wonder what this could be. It'd be closer towards the back of the book.
6.
I'm thinking it might be something along the lines of soldier. I my gut feeling on that one.
Are a sailor.
I'm a sailor.
You are a sailor.
I'm a human wizard sailor who's
human
good at
wizard.
illusions.
Yep.
Absolutely fucking love it. Okay,
Alright.
sailor. So
So you got
what do I need to roll now?
personality trait. That's a D8.
A d8. I've got my d8 just here, and I've rolled a hot 7.
A hot 7 is my language is as foul as an altar nest. I'm guessing that's something that's quite foul.
I'm going to assume so. I've just written cusses a lot.
If anybody wants to try and pronounce that better for me, it's spelled Otyugh.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Otzgoch.
Yeah, that's that, I'm going to leave it
Yeah,
at that. That's a
yeah,
good pronunciation.
yeah,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I'm alright with that. Yeah. Okay. So what's
So next up we've got ideal, which is a D6.
a d6? Okay. And a 5.
5. People. I'm committed to my crewmates, not ideals. And that's neutral alignment for you.
And that's a neutral alignment. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Another D6 for your
Another
bond.
d6 for my bond. Oh, I got a 6 on that one.
Hot 6. Ruthless pirates murdered your captain and crewmates, plundered your ship and left you to die. Vengeance will be yours.
Pirates killed folk. Get vengeance.
They left you to die as well. Do you want to get that?
Ah, no. Pirates kill. That's all right. I assumed they left me to die. Otherwise, well, yeah, I just assumed it. Anyway, carry on. And
next
floor.
one is floor at a D6 as well.
D6 as well. And that's another 6. I'm
Okay.
rolling some high rolls here. I'm hoping this transfers across to my stat rolls later on.
Yeah. Okay, so number 6 in floor is my pride will probably lead to my destruction.
Prideful.
Really prideful, vengeful wizard sailor man.
Well, that's just getting random. That's getting random. I
Yours
like
is a bit
it.
random. Mine's
Yeah.
almost perfect.
Yours almost works, but mine not so
it's a
much.
bit all over the place.
Um,
You're a sea wizard.
One thing we didn't touch on when we did yours, and we'll have a look at it now. Each of the backgrounds gets like a feature, like a flavour feature that adds to
Yep.
it. What's the one for the sailor?
So for the sailor, your feature is ship's passage. When you need to, you can secure free passage on a sailing ship for yourself and your adventuring companions. You might sail on a ship you served on, or another ship you have good relations with, perhaps one captained by a former crewmate. Because you're calling in a favour, you can't be certain of a schedule or route that will meet your every need. Your dungeon master will determine how long it takes to get where you need to go. In return for your free passage, you and your companions are expected to assist the crew during the voyage.
Okay, yeah, that seems like a fair trade-off. The Outlander one, I know offhand is.
There is a variant option here. Did you want to roll a highs or lows to whether you get that feature or?
Yeah, okay, go for it. Yeah.
So highs, you get the variant.
At 17, that's the variant again.
Okay, so that means you are a pirate, actually, not a sailor.
Pirates killed my family because I was pirating them.
So you spent your youth under the sway of a dread pirate, a ruthless cutthroat who taught you how to survive in a world of sharks and savages.
Oh, you know what? To be fair, all right, can he be called Dread Pirate Roberts?
Yeah,
can we make that canon?
Yeah, right it in your back. Right.
Pirate Roberts. I'm just right up here. There you go. So anyone out there that's read or seen The Princess Bride knows exactly what I'm talking about here.
Okay, so the variant feature that comes with that. You ready for this?
Okay.
All right. Instead of ship's passage,
okay,
no matter where you go, people are afraid of you due to your reputation. When you are in a civilized settlement, you can get away with minor criminal offences, such as refusing to pay for food at a tavern or breaking down doors at a local shop, since most people would not report your activity to the authorities.
That is possibly my favourite feature I've read so far.
Yeah.
Just go over to your Outlander then, because yours is Wanderer. I don't know if there's a variant feature for you.
There is not a variant feature for one.
Oh, right. Yeah. So Wanderer is excellent memory for maps, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. So I can always find my way around.
Yeah, and
if I know where I've been,
you know where you've been,
you
can find your way back and stuff. Yeah. So that's quite a useful one if you're ever out in a dungeon or a maze or something like that. You can find your way back if you've travelled there. Yeah. So fairly useful. I thought, to be honest with you, being afraid and committing petty acts of crime, I love it. I think that's brilliant. That's incredible.
So you're a pirate wizard human.
I'm a pirate human wizard.
It specialises in illusions.
I'm going to commit minor petty crimes and get away with it under the tutelage of the dread pirate Roberts. Absolutely incredible. Right. Okay. So the next thing we've got to do is to roll against our stats.
Our stats. All right. So we've come up with a home rule for this. Usually you could roll either a set of d6s and take the numbers from that, or use the point system that's in the player's handbook. We've decided to name a stat such as strength and then roll a d20 and use that number.
Yep. So
20 being the max you can get on a stat. It does, however, as we found out with our test character Keith, mean you can get a 1 on a stat.
And it can go really badly for you. It could go really well for you. So you could. So it makes it very random.
So I think we're each going to do one at a time. So choose your d20.
Right, I've got my d20 here. I'm gone for red.
Okay, I've gone for blue.
Okay, don't go for the black one because that's the one that gave us all the bad rolls earlier.
and yeah, okay. So we're going to do strength.
Strength.
So your strength score
is 8.
You got a hot 8 for your wizard. That's not too bad. As a fighter barbarian, I need a good one, and mine is. Yep, that's a hot one.
That's a hot one.
Yep, I'm on a -5 to my strength roll.
And I managed to level out at a 0 on my strength.
That's not what I wanted to see.
Not great, is it?
It's really not.
This is obviously pre-stats, so
yes,
as a half orc you gain 2 to strength, I believe. So
yeah, so it still takes it to -3, which is still a -4 on my total.
It's not great. It's not great. I will say that. Okay, so the next stat we're going to use is dexterity.
Off you go.
I got a hot 2.
Oh, that's still pretty good. That's a total of -4, I believe.
4.
My dex stat is... natural 20. I completely the other way.
Completely the other way. Nice. So, so you got a +5 to that one.
Yeah. It's almost how I want. If I use a finesse weapon, then I'm
on for a winner. But like I said earlier, we're going to roll for our equipment. Whether or not you actually get the finesse weapon, and there's not many of them around. Okay, so the next stat that we've got coming up is Constitution. This is one that most people require, and mine's a 11.
That's a good one. That's a +0.
That's +0.
No,
8 0. isn't it?
No, 10. No, 8's -1.
Oh, 8's -1. Yeah, 10 is 0. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Come at me with my numbers. We've only been playing D&D for less than a year, so we're still
Yeah,
on the
we're
fence
still-
about
we're-
a lot of it.
There's a lot of rules in D&D, and it takes a lot to stick it into your mind.
Okay, so I'll do my Constitution roll.
Okay.
That's a 14.
14.
That's a
That's
good
good.
one.
That's a +2 to your modifier right there.
Nice.
I know that offhand now because I turned it to the right page on the book.
Ah, offhand, if you can see it.
Yeah, it's lodged in there as long as I can see the page. Okay, so
Okay, so intelligence is
intelligence, and
next.
this is the
This is
crucial stat for me. This is my good, not good. No,
Yep, yeah. So that's -1.
just a -1 to
That-
my intelligence.
Being a
which-
wizard, that's your main
That's
spell
my spell
attribute.
casting attribute. Yep,
So
it's not quite as bad as your strength attribute, but
Yep.
we,
okay,
it's-
well, my intelligence, I'm a half orc, so I can afford for this to be bad.
yep,
But it's a 13.
13.
That's
that's a +1.
so far for me, the stats haven't been too bad as long as I get the right weapon.
Okay, next up on the stat list is wisdom.
Wisdom.
And I got a 7. I'm rolling really low on these numbers, so I might. Oh no, it's -2. Oh god.
Yeah. Okay, so my wisdom is 16. I'm getting some good
16.
numbers
You're getting
now.
some good numbers now, yeah.
That's
I might change it up. I might change it up
3,
for
I
different
believe.
dice.
On a 16 +3.
Plus 16 is a. Wait, is it +3? You're right, yeah.
Yeah, getting there.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
See, I know it off my head.
No, you don't. You're just guessing and hoping.
It's an educated guess.
Guessing and
It's
hoping.
an uneducated guess.
Right.
What is it? It's carrots.
Yeah, it's carrots. It's always carrots. The
last one.
The last one is charisma, and for me that is a hot 19.
That's a good charisma score. That's a +4.
+4.
Yeah, so you're very charismatic.
I'm a very charismatic but not very good wizard.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm all right with that. 'cause
You
I'm,
could
I'm,
be alright as a pirate, though.
could be all right as a pirate, yeah.
Alright, so my charisma score as a half-orc fighter is 4.
4.
Yep, I'm not very
that's
charismatic.
-3.
Yep. I did alright in those stats. I only got 2 minuses.
Right, so
Granted, one was a hot 1.
now we're going to go and have a look at the racial stats
Yeah.
just to make sure. We'll skip over human for now. We'll go straight to half orc. We'll do you first.
So
Okay.
that race will give you a bonus to one of those stat scores.
1 or 2 of the stat scores,
Yeah.
depending on who you're talking about. What you're talking about. But in the case of a half orc, your strength score is increased by 2, and your constitution is increased by 1.
Fantastic. So that brings my strength score to a total of 3, which means it's actually at modifier -4. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, -4
And constitution.
is an extra 1.
Okay, so it goes from 14 to 15, but it remains at a +2 because the next up is at 16.
That's right.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, because it goes up on the evens. Yeah. So do you want to roll for your little side little bits like your age and stuff like that now, and then we'll.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. So orcs rarely live beyond 75. So if you want to roll.
3d20 with a maximum of 80.
Yeah, that's
Yeah?
good. Yeah.
No, that's a maximum of 60.
That's 60. Add another d20 in there.
If I can see another d20. Oh, there it is.
There's a white one just here.
That's all right. I got the black one that did really bad yesterday.
Oh, good. The black one's back out.
Yep, black one did a crit fail.
The black one's incredible. It is really incredible.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's...
25.
Yep. So I'm 25
So you're
years
25
of age.
years of age.
Okay. And what about yourself as well?
Right about myself. Oh, as a human. Oh, sorry. I was.
This is about the same, I think, isn't it? It's not much different. Circling through the book.
Live less than a century, so a D100.
Yeah, do a D100.
Right, yeah. I'll do a D100.
There you go.
Okay.
Giving you purple for magic.
I'm 79.
You're an old
boy.
pirate wizard.
I'm a very old boy. 79. Oh, I hate it. It's canon. It's brilliant. Okay, so height. It says to over 6 feet tall. So do you want to go? Do you want to go for a D6 + 1?
Oh, I was going to do a D8.
Mine. Yeah, D8. Yeah, D8. For
D8.
an orc. Yeah, why not?
2 foot tall.
No, I think maybe we should just assign a height because you
Yeah.
can't have a 2 foot tall.
Does it give an average?
It says range from 5 to 6.
All right.
Your size is medium, so
So should I do 5.5, right smack in the middle?
you could do, or you could go top end, and because that puts you at the same height as a human. It's up to you. We'll leave this one up to you.
I'll go for right smack in the middle at 5'6".
5'6". And my height is exactly the same as yours according to the book, so I will go exactly the same, 5'6".
I always thought orcs were bigger, but
Yeah, according to this, they take the height from the human.
oh, fair enough.
Your
Right,
size
cool.
is medium. Walking speed is 30, just in case you want to write that down.
Yep. So that's 30 feet per
30
turn.
feet per turn, yeah. Do you want to? We'll roll for your weight, or do you want to?
Nah, I don't think that never really comes up in our campaigns, does it?
No, we don't. We're not too big on.
Some of the little details like food and
Yeah.
yeah. So
Some of
yeah.
the
So
small
we won't
details,
bother
right.
with that so much.
So you've added your ability modifiers.
I have.
Right, I'm going to look at mine because I'm a variant human, which is slightly
yes.
different. Normally, a human gives you +1 to all of your ability scores, but because I rolled for the variant human allows me to add +1 to 2 of my ability scores. I gain a skill of one of my choosing, and I gain a feature of my choosing as well. So in this case, I am going to choose to put my intelligence up by 1 to a 10.
Takes it from a -1
From
to a 0.
And I'm going to put my constitution up by 1. Puts it at 12.
Yep.
Gives me a +1 to my con.
Nice. Makes you a little bit healthier.
Makes me a bit healthier because I'm an old man. Skills, I am going to choose survival.
I didn't lose any skills.
This is part of the variant human. We haven't got to the skills yet.
Oh, fair enough.
The skills are a bit further on, down the list of the stuff we're doing. And then I will look through the feats, and I will come back to you on the feats shortly. Right, we'll go to your... As an orc, you naturally get... You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? You got
I'm
a
ready.
pen? Got a pen?
I've got it.
Okay, you've got dark vision.
Okay.
So you can see in the dark up to 60 feet. But you can't see in colour, you only see in shades of grey. That's when it's in total darkness. It gives basically gives you a bit ability to see a bit better in total
Yep.
darkness.
See in black and white.
You gain proficiency in intimidation straight off the bat.
That's brilliant. That's my charisma stats. That's it would have been -3, but because I've got +2 to proficiency bonus, that takes it to a -1.
Okay, and you get a skill called Relentless Endurance.
Oh yeah.
Now this, when you are reduced to 0 hit points and not killed outright, you can instead drop to 1 hit point. You can't use this feature again till you have a long rest.
Fantastic. Yeah,
So
keep me going that little bit longer.
yeah, it gives you an extra bit. It gives you an extra chance to fight on. You also gain the ability Savage Attack. When you score a critical hit with a melee weapon, you can roll one of the weapon's damage dice an additional time and add it to your crit damage.
Nice.
So you get an extra damage dice. You can read, speak, and write Common and Orc
Okay.
as your languages. Moving through the book
we need
again.
a
Right,
jingle.
here we go. Fighter.
Yeah.
At level 1, a fighter gets +10 hit points plus your Constitution modifier.
So it's 10 plus my constitution, which is 2, which means I've got a healthy 12.
A healthy 12. You gain proficiency in all armor and shields, simple weapons, martial weapons. You don't get any skills in tools. Your saving throws are strength and constitution. We'll get to saving throws in the campaign at some point. You'll understand where it comes from, but it's just a way of making you save easier when it comes to a strength or a constitution save.
I just did the math of my strength save. It's gone from being a -4 to a -2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You can choose from 2 of the skills. So you're going to roll against this one. Make them random.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll a d8 twice, or 2 d8s if you prefer.
Easy.
It's the one with the 8 on it. Just here, look.
That's the one. It's got all the numbers 1 to 8. I got an 8 and a 2.
So you got perception and animal handling.
And animal handling. Animal handling's a good one.
Okay.
+7 to... Oh, wait, no. I lied. Put it in the wrong box. I haven't got anything good.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, a wizard that can't cast spells. I could talk my way out of stuff.
But you can cast spells, you just take your damage off what the spell should do.
No, I got it to a 0.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you got chainmail or leather armor and a longbow.
Highs or lows?
Okay. Do a 50-50
So,
roll.
in the order?
A and B. So A is lows, B is highs.
Okay, so it's A.
A. So you got chainmail.
Cool.
Okay. Same again. A or B. A lows, B highs.
It's A again.
A again. So that's a martial weapon and a shield. Oh, he's concentrating now. You can see it.
So many words to write. Yep.
And A or B again.
A. Oh, wait, no. Highs or lows? It's an A.
It is an A. So you've got a light crossbow and 20 bolts.
Okay, and 20 bolts. Anything else?
Yep. One more time.
A again.
A again. That's a Dungeoneer's pack.
I'm using this black dice, that's what it is.
That's what it is. We're always rolling low, the black dice. It's incredible.
A dungeon pack, you say?
Yeah, a Dungeoneer's pack, yep.
Pack, okay.
Okay, so...
You do yours?
Yeah, mine is I gain 6 plus my Constitution modifier as my hit points. Puts me on a healthy boy 7.
Oh, you got +1 to your con? I thought it was 0. Never mind.
No, I've got a healthy 7. I have to roll now between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So if I have a d6 and I roll this number, I rolled a 3. That gives me insight. And then one more time is a 4, and that gives me investigation. That's an odd combination of skills.
Yeah, well, you're an odd pirate wizard.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my saving throws and skills. My equipment, 50-50. Where's D20? There we go. So, again, we're going to go A's or B's, and A being lows, B being high. That is a low, so I've got a quarter staff. And my next roll is it's a high, and that gives me, oh, thank God for that, an arcane focus.
That makes your spells easier to cast. You don't need the components unless they've got a cost.
And lastly, but not leastly, another high. So that is an explorer's pack.
Yeah, that's all right. So we're not going to go into too much of the details of what each pack contains. They're just a few trinket items, basically.
Yeah, items that you're
things
supposed to
like
use. Supposed to, yeah, bit of food, tent, sometimes bedroll, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is literally all I have to roll against for a wizard.
Fantastic. We won't do the stats for the weapons. We'll write that all in.
Well, yeah, we'll sort all that out off mic.
Although I would like to know what my armor class is on chainmail.
Your armor class on chainmail. Just let me get to the chainmail. Chainmail's not bad.
Yeah.
But you can't wear it.
I need a minimum strength, don't I?
You do. So you roll for chainmail, but you can't put it on.
So I got to do base AC, which is 8, is it? 8 plus.
I think
something?
it's 10 plus dex. Just let me find out.
Because if so, that's still pretty good AC for me.
I
think it was just before the armor. We need to work on a little jingle for this book.
Yeah, we should definitely do it. Or just you
make
just
up a little song.
armor class. Armor class represents without armor or shield, your character's AC is equivalent to 10 plus the dexterity modifier. If your character wears armor, carries a shield, or both, calculate your AC using the rules in Chapter 5. So if you long as you don't pick up a shield, it's 10 plus dex. So your AC is actually 15.
Yeah.
Which
is better than the chainmail anyway, isn't it?
I think it's only just one lower than the chainmail, to be honest with you. I think, if I remember rightly, I read it at 16.
Ah.
Yeah, it's 16, armor class 16. You require a strength of 13 to carry it, though.
Yeah, but I've got a strength of 3. It's going to be a while before I get hard enough, strong enough to pick up mail.
I'm closer to it than you.
Okay. Just, mate. You still can't pick it up.
Right, so the next thing we're going to roll on then.
Are you going to do your AC?
My AC is really, really bad. My AC is 6.
Okay.
That helps.
So the AC we're referring to is armor class, and that's what
you roll against in order to hit a creature. So it takes into account your dexterity, how nimble you are, and any armor or shields that you're wearing, or any skills you have with offhand weapons. Totals it all up and gives you a number, and then when you're in combat, you roll a d20, and
to hit it.
And if you get above the number, you hit, which for me is a 6. So if anyone hits me,
number,
yeah,
it's going to be fairly easy for most things to hit.
Yeah, because if you get your strength modifier added onto that, if you only got average like a +4. And
yeah, well, not me. I mean, I've got
so
if I hit you with a strength weapon, it's a -4 to whatever I roll on the d20. So it's I might not hit you.
Yeah, I think you might be the only one that can't hit me, which is nice. So so you roll a d4 for your. We'll sort out your weapons.
Okay.
So
D4, I've rolled a 2.
That is simple weapons. And simple weapons? Simple ranged weapons. Apologies.
Simple ranged weapons. Okay.
And that's a D4 on a simple ranged.
Okay. 3.
3, you have a short bow.
A short bow. Good news is that's a dex weapon.
Yes, that's a dexterity weapon.
So I'm quite decent with it. What's the damage on that?
The damage on a short bow is 1d6 piercing.
Okay. So that means I've got a +7 to attempt to hit somebody. That's my dex plus my proficiency bonus. And then it's 1d6 damage +5, which is my dex bonus as a modifier.
It is indeed.
So I'm not too bad with that.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Can
good.
I grab another weapon while I'm there?
Yeah, go for it. Roll again, see what happens.
Okay, so the D4 first, 1, so it's simple weapons.
Simple weapons. And simple weapons is a D10.
A D10. I rolled 9.
You rolled a 9. You've got a sickle.
A sickle.
Yep. That's 1d4 slashing, and its property is light.
But it's a strength weapon, isn't it?
It is indeed.
So I've got a -2 to hit with it. And I do -4 damage. 1d4 -4 is my damage that I do on that.
1d4 -4.
That could be my main weapon of choice, I think.
I think that's brilliant. That's incredible.
If I ended up doing minus damage to them, do I heal them a bit?
I think it negates it, but I think that's up to the DM. We'll have to ask him when he comes in. It's entirely up to him.
So, for example, if I rolled this d4 and I did 3 -4,
That's a -1.
I'll do a +1 damage to him.
Oh God, that's terrible.
I'm going to be sticking with my bow, I think.
Looking through this, oops, Daisy. I don't know if you heard that, but if you did, apologies. Starting with a feature can be quite tricky because
It's picking the right feature.
it's picking the right feature. I think we should move on, and I will come back to features for the variant in a short while because
Yeah.
I can't read and speak. My brain can't cope with those two things. So, where are we at? The initiative is your dexterity modifier. Just as a side note, that's generally the order in which you go into attack. Mine would be -4.
Mine is +5. I got good dex.
You did get to good dex, yeah.
I got a crit sad, then a crit success in the stat rolls.
You did indeed. Right. So, as for my equipment, as a wizard, I'm going to stick with just what I'm carrying at the minute because there's no real need for the extra bits. Again, I got a load of spells as well, but I'm going to skip over spells and I will inform you of spells as and when where it comes up in.
We will roll on the spells.
We will roll on the
Make it
spells. Yeah, no, we
completely
will.
random.
We may do it at the end. We may do it off mic and just recap the situation. It all depends on how long this
'Cause
drags on for.
There's a lot of spells and a lot of rolling involved there, and that's a little bit tedious. Yeah, so just a quick recap. We will be playing the Lost Mine of Falandelver. Falandelver. Some words. Yeah, we've actually put the book down somewhere else now. We're not sure where it's gone. Lost Mine of Fandelver.
Fandelver.
There we go.
There we go.
And yeah, so we'll do
Scaramouche, can you do the Fandelver?
No, I can't.
It's a terrible joke. I loved it. I'm gonna walk around the victory parade when we sign off.
What a high note.
End on a high note.
Right.
And we'll see you all in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for listening. And if you'd like to follow us on Twitter, we are at Triadic Ent. We are also on Facebook, and you can find us on Patreon under the name Triadic Entertainment. If you like our content, feel free to subscribe. Every penny helps. There are some great rewards available, and we would much appreciate it. Thank you very much for listening, and